What is going on, great people of the world? This is Zip. I hope everyone is doing fantastic and you're having an absolutely great week. And we're going to talk about some crypto stuff tonight. Specifically, we're going to look at the golden age of digital assets hearing that happened today and some of the information that came out in that. We're going to talk about XRP possible ETFs acknowledgments that possibly could happen this week. And we're going to look at the SEC and the Asset Task Force head, and she's a freedom maximalist, and just listen to what she has to say. And we're also going to look at the information came out about the SEC case pauses, about some of the other cases that are out there, and talk about what that means for Ripple. And then in the end, I'm going to show you a possibility of play to earn additional crypto for just doing what you probably do every day. But again, we're going to jump right into this, and let's listen to Matthew Tuttle and what he had to say in this interview here.
IBIT was a game changer. It made crypto available to everybody. And now we're entering what I think is a golden age of crypto. You've got a president who's pro-crypto. You've got a crypto czar. I don't know what that is, but if I'm a crypto bull, that's got to be good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you've got an SEC that's pro-crypto. I mean, the Eric Balchunas meme coin has got to be out like any day now, I would assume. So, I think that crypto is something you want to have in your portfolio.
Crypto is something you want to have in your portfolio. And if you're listening to this and listen to other content, we already know that you have crypto in your portfolio. Again, for me, those are utility-based projects, many based in ISO 222 standard, the messaging standard. March 10th is on the radar of when that gets implemented in the United States. But projects like XRP, Cardano, XLM, SHX, utility-driven projects that are actually going to solve real-world issues. But I am not a maxi in any of those, and I also am not against Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins that are out there. But however, you have to do your own research. And again, none of that I say is financial advice, but the bottom line is you want to be invested in crypto because of where we're going in the future. Let's take a listen. Let's go back 7 years ago, approximately. Let's listen to Brad as he was being interviewed, and let's listen to the conversation then and maybe do a compare and contrast of where we are today and how much things have grown over the course of those last 6 or so years.
Ripple CEO Brett Gallinghouse, he joins us right now. And David, some say Ripple could be the next Bitcoin. What do you think, Brett?
Ripple could be the next Bitcoin. And I absolutely believe we're on course for that and what Ripple is going to produce. But let's listen into what else he had to say here.
Is that a compliment that Ripple could be the next Bitcoin?
Well, I think if we're solving a real problem and it's at scale, then I think it's a compliment. I think the most important thing that is going on in crypto is understanding what is real and what is just hype. Some, I think, may look back on Bitcoin and find that it was the Napster of digital assets. What I mean by that is Napster was the first to digitize music and demonstrate, hey, if you digitize music, you can do a lot of cool things with that. But ultimately, they were circumventing trademark laws, they were circumventing royalty payments, and government stepped in, and Napster was not successful. But Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, they were very successful. I think what you'll find is that maybe the next generation of digital assets ends up solving some of the original problems that Bitcoin set out.
Again, solving some of the problems that Bitcoin cannot do. Basically, upgraded technologies, DLT capabilities that Bitcoin at its onset, it gave us hope. It gave us a store of value. It did a lot of things. It opened up our minds to thinking about looking at finance differently, but it cannot do what some of these upgraded chains can do and these projects will do when it comes to tokenization in the future of where we are going to. And we are on the cusp of that change. Switching gears a little bit. So today, was the digital assets hearing, the golden age of digital assets hearing, and a lot of good information came out of this. There's a lot of good back and forth conversation. Again, for the most part, it was positive, but it's politics, ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of the day, everyone has their own stance, and sometimes it becomes a little bit political. But let's listen to what's said here by Mr. Emmer.
Under President Trump, promises made are promises kept, and a new day for crypto innovation, opportunity, and excellence has finally arrived. Crypto technology shifts economic power from centralized institutions back into the hands of the people. It's transformational. The wrong leadership, our past administration, feared this transformation. They did everything they could to kill it. The right leadership, the Trump administration, welcomes this transformation and will do everything in their power to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. For this reason, we are in a moment to drive real change, to legally anchor the digital asset community, to unlock a peer-to-peer internet with an abundance of opportunity, to be globally competitive with our regulations, to expand the status of the dollar as the world's reserve currency, and to foster in the golden age of America.
Again, the golden age of America, the crypto capital of the world. They're working on stablecoin regulation. It was a great conversation today. A lot of good insights that came out from this, but they are on board and having the conversation, and that's what we want. We want the regulations to come in so we have that united regulatory guidance as the institutions flood in and crypto becomes mainstream. So Mr. Mann puts out here, during the golden age of crypto hearing today, Congress had stated that they would like American-made stablecoins. And that was a theme that was said many times from many different congressmen, but they are looking to American-made, American technology. And why would they not? We're in the United States here. That's where I am. So, of course, that's what they would be looking for. So Mr. Mann puts in here, USDT is going to struggle. If you think I'm flooding, think again. I've been attempting to help you see what do you earn from utilizing another asset that could potentially last in the long run versus one that may fail. Again, no emotions. And this is his speculation. I don't know if USDT will remain. That's one of the conversations that's continuously out there, but we're going to find out. So, but again, if a government is going to get full on board on something, more than likely they're going to try and they're going to stand behind their country's technologies. So as you're thinking about what to invest in, maybe have that conversation with yourself. Now, moving on to ETF news. So this chart right here is going through all the different digital assets that are out there and what has been filed and where we kind of are in the process. So we're going to skip right to XRP because and we can look at HBAR as well, but XRP, we know that Grayscale, Bitwise, Canary, 21 shares, Wisdom Tree, they have filed their ETFs. They put in their 19B4s. However, they have not been acknowledged yet. Looking for an acknowledgement date, possibly of the 13th of February, with a final SEC deadline of 10/17/25. Remember, I think it was 240 days from the original filing date. I don't think it's going to take that long, but the odds of approval in 2025, we have XRP at 65%. So again, we may see some more movement this week because the SEC again is on task and they're waiting for their leader to be affirmed. But we'll see what happens and how fast that moves as well. But speaking of the SEC, we got Hester Peirce here talking and basically explaining that she is a freedom maximalist. Let's hear what she has to say.
I'm a freedom maximalist, though, and I think what the approach that we've been taking to crypto has been one of using regulation to stop people from trying to do interesting things they want to do. We actually have a very flexible regulatory framework. Congress saw the need to give us exemptive authority, for example. We have the ability to use these things. And instead, we've just put roadblock after roadblock up against people who are trying to come in and talk to us as we've asked them to do, or come in and register as we've asked them to do. And so all I'm asking is that we have an innovation policy that allows people to innovate and that allows people to try new things. And that's really applies across the board. I think there are other areas where we need to be better on innovation too, but watching what's happened to crypto over the past several years has just been extremely frustrating for someone who believes that government is there to serve the American people, not to stymie them when they're trying new things.
Again, a dawn of a new era. And I believe we're going to see a completely 180 flip with the new SEC. And they're going to enable the industry, enable crypto, which at the end of the day means for us as holders, profits. And that's what we're here for. We are here for profits. We're here to make money. Information coming out today about the SEC cases. This was the first one that got dropped, and this came out by Eleanor Terrett. But Binance and the SEC Gov have just filed a joint motion to stay the agency's case against the exchange for 60 days, citing the new SEC crypto task force as having a possible bearing on the case. Again, because they are reevaluating all of the past injustices that have been done, and they're going to review those, and many of them will be overturned, which therefore could change the course of these cases to where they are even dropped. So the work of the task force may impact and facilitate the potential resolution of this case. That's good news. Following the 60-day period, the parties plan to issue a joint status to report to see whether a continuation of the stay is warranted. And then right after that, we got another one. Just like in Binance, the Linux and SEC also filed a motion in Texas court to hold off on oral arguments, which were set for February 20th, and delay any decisions regarding motions until April 11th. Again, the same thing. And LedgerLex, if that's how you say it, sued the SEC last February over its jurisdictional overreach on digital assets, just like the SEC had been overreaching and overbearing in many areas. So what does that mean for us as XRP holders? We believe, and I believe, that we could see this same thing come out for Ripple, and they may put a stay on the case until after the SEC digital assets working group workforce comes up with conclusions, and that would be absolutely great. And from there, it just may be dismissed. But we will see if that comes out in the coming days. Just interesting. And again, we always want to stay engaged with the latest and greatest because it matters for us as holders, and it's important. Now, switching gears a little bit. I don't know. I like to make money in every way that I can. And as I'm waiting for crypto to explode, here's another opportunity from the Fold card. For everyday expenses, if you're already buying them, why not earn crypto while you do that? And again, Gemini has a card as well to where you can earn rewards. And this is in Bitcoin. So if you think about this, if you're buying and you're purchasing stuff that you normally would anyhow, and you're going to get 2% back in Bitcoin rewards, that Bitcoin is going to continue to grow. So what may be $10 a month, in a month, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, how much more money is that going to be? So just something interesting that came out today, another credit card, Visa credit card. And again, Gemini has a card as well, but an opportunity to earn crypto just from living. We all have to go buy milk. We all have to go buy gas. So why not earn crypto while we're doing that? But again, always keep my eyes at the macro view, looking at different ways in which I can make money. And I figure I would share that with you guys. But that's going to pretty much do it for tonight. Again, continue to be safe. Please like, share, and we will continue to provide as much content as I possibly can provide. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments for me. I try to keep up to date with those and answer them, but I appreciate everything. And until next time, Zip is out.